Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, Plus Size in Canada. My name is Miranda. If you're new here, hi, welcome. Happy to have you. Today, I am going to bribe my children to help me around the house. My kids don't really have chores. I think we've tried the chore list things quite a few times over the years and they never really work out. Like, I never really stick to them and like tell the kids, oh, you didn't do your chores. Like, I don't do that. I've tried and I cannot be consistent with anything like that, and neither can my kids. So there may be a good intention, but it just always fails. So like, I'm not one of these like moms with schedules on her fridge and like checklists and all of these things. That's just not me. I'm tired, okay? This is definitely like a realistic mom life video, okay? I know I'm not looking the hottest, okay? I'm still in my jams. I got stitched pajama pants on. It's Sunday. It's lunchtime. It is 11:52 currently. And this is as far as I've gotten today. I have done a couple loads of laundry. This is like cup number 4 of coffee. I have been up since 8. So I did get to sleep in a bit, but 8 o'clock is sleeping in, by the way. If you're new to being a mom, you'll get it. There's no such thing as sleeping in anymore. We're currently in a long weekend right now, and we had a really good Friday. The kids didn't have school Friday. We had a great Saturday. Like, we've been busy. The kids have been doing sports, having friends over, parties and stuff, and we went to the arcade yesterday. Actually, if you're following me on Instagram, I'm trying this new thing. It's called Instagram Stories, okay? I know they've been there for a really long time. I'm just super late to the game and I really don't fully understand the story thing. But my kids were telling me like, Mom, do stories. What are you doing? Like, you're not like on it. So I'm trying. If you saw it, let me know. Okay. And if you have Instagram and TikTok for that matter, and you're not following me, yo, links in the description. Go find your girl. Okay. I'm there. So today I'm bribing my kids straight up, and I don't care who hates me for it. It's totally fine. Because guess what? Bribes are good, okay? And people that get like butthurt about me giving my kids bribes to do stuff, like, do you go to work for free? Or do you get paid to go to work? Technically, you're getting bribed every day too, okay? So I do the same with my kids. Guess what? I sent Curtis to the bank. And I told him, I was like, get me $100 in 5s. Because what I'm doing today is I'm letting it rain on my kids. Okay? We are going to Toronto in the summer. And my kids are all 3 saving money for this trip. Guess what, you guys? We're set. The budget is paid for. This trip has been paid for before we've gone on it. Love it. Okay? Living in a budget is a pain in the ass, but also everything costs too much now. And if you just spend like you have all the money in the world, you won't have any money because everything costs too much. So the trip is paid for, and basically the only things left for that trip to Toronto is just for the kids to have spending money. I do have spending money for myself. But if I'm budgeting more, which I am, I want to have as much money to take with me as possible for my spending, because I am planning on buying the kids all of their back to school clothes while we're on this trip. We are going the end of July, the beginning of August. So it's kind of perfect timing for their body sizes because my kids won't stop growing. So at least I feel like this would be a good time for me to get them close for the new school year, because it's like a month before school starts. So we should be good. And also where we're going, there's a Nike factory outlet. So your girl needs money. And yes, I realize I totally just said money for me to spend and then just talked about buying stuff for the kids. That's who I am. That's just who I am. Okay. I will buy myself a few things. Curtis will buy himself a few things, I'm sure. And if he doesn't, I will buy things for him because we will all come home from this trip with some mementos and things to remember our trip. We're going to Niagara Falls. We're going to a couple Jays games while we're there too at the Sky Dome, which the Rogers Center, I still call it the Sky Dome. I've never been. We have gone to a Jays game. We went to a Jays game last year when we were in Florida. We went to Tampa to watch Tampa Rays versus Blue Jays game. I can't actually remember if we won or lost. That's when you bring your daughter who's like young and not interested in sports whatsoever. You walk around and eat Dippin' Dots, okay? I honestly didn't watch very much of the game while we were there. And I don't expect to watch very much of the game while we're there in Toronto either. But it's an experience with the family. And that's what you get, okay? These trips are crazy expensive, you guys. You know what? It's wild. It is wild. But this is the last big family trip we will go on together as us five. And like Skylar graduates next year. He graduates high school next year. Like, I can't believe that. Oh my goodness. I can't believe I have a child going into grade 12 next year. Like, I am too young for this. Okay. I can't believe it. And, we will make the most memories on this trip and we will remember it for forever. I haven't been to Toronto in the summer since Curtis and I went when we were engaged. We went with his family when we were engaged. We got married a couple months after we got back from that trip. But we did take our kids to Toronto one time on an airplane. Honestly, we didn't have the best memories because Winnie actually got very sick. She was too, and she got RSV on the trip. So you can only imagine it. Yes, I'm glad I wasn't vlogging back then because I lost my ever-loving mind and we were in the Toronto Sick Kids Hospital. It was horrible. So we're not taking a plane this time because Winnie, again, my problem child, my baby, my princess, my queen. I love her. But she comes with baggage and issues. And the last time we took her on an airplane was last year when we went to Florida. She had a medical emergency on the plane, went unconscious on the plane, ended up voiding herself. Like, literally, it was traumatizing. For all of us. I was bawling. Like, I was a mess. It was horrible. I definitely didn't talk about how scary it was on the vlogs when I was filming that, because I did film our entire Florida trip. There's a playlist if you want to watch it. I definitely didn't talk about how absolutely terrified I was. And I'm never taking that kid back on an airplane until she's a teenager. I won't do it. I will not do it. She has to be a teenager. I don't know why. It just feels safer to me to have her be like old enough to tell me if something's not feeling right. If she's starting to feel dizzy, like to be able to communicate that with me. Like, I can't do this. My stress is too much about that. So we're driving. We're driving to Toronto this time. But I'm excited about it. I just feel like, can we please not have to have medical intervention on this trip? Please. I mean, it certainly does help that we have a medically trained professional, a paramedic with us at all times, free of cost. That's great, but I would prefer to not need his services this trip. We'll see. We'll see. No promises. I am going to vlog. So make sure you're subscribed. And stay tuned because we will be taking you guys with us. And I'm excited for that. But until then, I would like to live in a clean home. And I would also like to be, assisted in the upkeep of this home. Occasionally, I will ask my kids to do things for me and to help because they live in this house too. The majority of the time, I'm just begging them to keep their own rooms clean. And like I said, I'm not consistent. Okay, I know you have to be like set boundaries and like say, okay, well, if your room's not clean, I'm going to change the Wi-Fi password on you and blah, blah. Sometimes I just don't want to argue with my children. I just don't want to make their day harder. If they had a hard day at school or they had sport after sport after sport and they get home and it's 9 o'clock, I don't just want to say, too bad, you got to clean your, because I just can't do that to them because I love them. So yes, I might be a little bit of a pushover. And I want a happy home. It's not a dictatorship here. So I definitely take the things that they are going through to mind when I am trying to enforce the rules that we have set. You guys, I've been a mom for too long, okay? Sky's going to be 17. I'm tired, okay? Back in the day, sure, we had time out. We had, I don't know what we did, but we definitely didn't make it that serious. But you know what? You want to make some money, honey? What are we doing with these $5 bills? Do you remember?
Money.
And what are we doing? Oh, you made a list. Do you want to tell our friends your list? Winnie actually wrote...
Still on a call.
Oh, you're still on a call with your friends? Do you want me to read it or do you want to read it?
Don't show them my writing.
I won't show them your writing. It's okay. She sounded everything out herself and she did a great job. But she made her list. These are things that she can do by herself, right? You don't need anyone to help you with this. So she can do the Febreze, which we have a golden retriever. It's needed, the Febreze, isn't it? He just had a bath yesterday. He was wet dog. It was not cool. Dusting. She does dusting really good. Cleaning her room. Cleaning toys up downstairs, right? Babysit the dogs. She does that really well. She's been paid for that before, babysitting Lulu and Jasper together. Dirty laundry. Yes, actually, I need you to do that for me today. That's one of the things. There's dirty laundry behind the bathroom door. In my bedroom as well, if you want to bring that up. Bottles. Recycling, to gather up all the recycling and go for a walk with the dog. So you and Cooper do that sometimes, just you guys, right? So absolutely, these are things that Winnie can do. And the boys, I'm sure, know things right off the bat, but normally I do have to help. That's one of my least favorite things about, it's finding jobs for them to do, right? Because I am a bit of a control freak. So there are certain things that need to be done a certain way, but that's just what my kids have to deal with, me as their mom. But I pay good. All right. So today, that's what we're doing. Today is Sunday. Tomorrow's Monday. It's all still a holiday weekend. And we already did. That's okay. So is mine. We already did all our fun stuff. And now it's down to business. And we're going to get some stuff done around this house, right? Let's do this.
There's the money.
Oh, no. She had it. You guys. All right, let's get some stuff done.
Coffee money.
the cleaning is all done, and we all agree that we need to do this more often. The kids had so much fun. They made money, and I had help, and I didn't have to feel guilty for asking for help, you know, because that's something I struggle with, actually. I always feel guilty to ask for help, and I know, like, people want to help me, but I'd rather do it myself. So this is a great idea. If you do it with your kids, let me know. And we're going to do it again soon. Like, honestly, Skylar's like, can you make more sticky notes with more jobs for me to do? Because I want to make more money. So this worked. No one gave me the idea. This was completely my own head and my own frustrations of saying constantly, am I the only one who cleans up here? So we're going to do it again. And I am happy that my kids are happy. And now, because the house is clean, I'm not about to make a mess and cook supper. We ordered pizza. Naturally.
Pizza man.
Oh yeah, baby. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today, and I will see you guys all again really soon. Bye, guys.
At a party.